Hey guys, how's it going? It's Zahait here, and we're back with a brand new episode of Sunday Funday. And guys, let me tell you, after last week, I am ready for a good game. Oh my god, I want to play a good game again. Another one of those, like, evolving games. Was that Evil Land? I want another game like Evil Land because, yeah, that one last week. No more of that, please. Sorcery Part 4? Well, let's go look. So, I don't have the other parts. I was gonna say we should probably just start at Part 1, but I don't have Part 1. So, we're just gonna start with Part 4 and see what happens. An epic adventure through an open world of monsters, traps, and magic. Shh. Infiltrate the fortress of sorcerers and create your own unique story where every decision you make is remembered, no matter how small. Interesting. This game is on sale, and it will not be on sale by the time you guys watch this video. So don't worry about that. Oh, look it, we could buy Sorcery 1 and 3. Oh, this is 1, 2, and 3. Damn. Alright. Let's, what do we got here? Very positive. This game is kind of old, but not super old. There's not that many people that have reviewed it, though. This is kind of an unheard of game, it seems. This review is for the full series. We don't care about the full series. We care about this game in particular. Not recommended because repetition. Okay, repetition. I love repetition. To be fair, if any of you guys are watching my Autonaut series, you know I love repetition. Alright, that's enough of this. Let's get into the game. Alright, begin your adventure. Enter Cloud spell name. I think that's, yeah, from part 3. Okay, I was gonna say, I think that's if I've played this game before. The Crown of Kings has been stolen by the Archmage and taken to the fortress of Mampang, high in the mountains of High Zaman. You have been sent alone to get it back. To fail would be the end of all. I live by the sword. The journey has been long. You braved the weird villages of Shamutanti Hills and carved a path through Kair, the city port of traps. You survived alone in the deserted wilds of Kakabad. But all of that is now past. The true test is to come. Mampang awaits. Like a cruel claw sticking up from the earth, Mampang rises ahead its shadow, casting darkness over all the world. Once a college of magic, it is now the stronghold of the Archmage and his forces. God, this music is so loud. But whatever horrors the Citadel may hold, there can be no turning back. You will enter the Fortress of Sorcerers and recover the Crown of Kings, or else you will die in the attempt. Let's go! This is a cool art style. It's like 3D, but also 2D, and I really like it. Okay, and here we are, our little 3D mini. Click your character to continue. The sun disappears. You climb an ancient staircase, the steps barely visible in the dark. You keep up a steady pace. Wind whistles down the gully, trying to turn you back. But you are not alone. You sense your spirit guide pacing beside you. Right now it takes the form of the panther, but this will change as you change. In the temple, they taught you that a prayer to your spirit could heal you and even save you from death. but the spirits are not generous and decline to help often. You can ask the spirits' aid using the pray button. In the distance, black smoke curls upward. Do not stop. But you do not waste a moment. Pulling up your hood against the freezing air, you stride onward into the dark. Let's go! The Zanzanu peaks rise on either side like jagged teeth. The path winds back and forth as it climbs, and glimpses of brooding horror and mampang come and go. Night has fallen, and the path will be treacherous. You should find somewhere to rest as soon as possible. You should have a few days' lead over any of the Archmage's spies. Should I just keep walking? I think I should just keep walking, maybe. But there is nowhere here. You will have to keep climbing. Once acolytes walked these stairs on the way to study magic at the Fortress of Sorcerers. Now only ghosts travel this road. Their muttering carried by the knife-like wind. Let's go! Rough undergrowth springs up, shadowing the path on either side. There might be enough shelter to sleep. Keep climbing. Uh-oh. You walk along when you hear something moving in the bushes behind and turn just in time to see a spikehawk rising from the leaves, talons outstretched. There are mere seconds for you to draw your sword. Slide your character to choose your attack. Stronger attacks leave you less well defended and with less power next turn? I mean, slide my character. Whoa. Let's just crush this bird. The spikehawk swoops in low, talons outstretched, and you swing wildly, hoping to chop the creature from the sky. Your blade strikes deep, cleaving through the whirl of teeth and grasping talons. Feathers drift down onto the stones. The spikehawk issues a bloody call and spreads its talons wide. Uh-oh. The spikehawk's next attack will be strong. Defend yourself. Ooh. The spikehawk's next attack will be weak. You will be able to best it without using much power. Well, that's good, because I don't have much power to use. Let's go with a little bit like that. Oh! You said I could do it, game! You have been overpowered by the spikehawk. The damage you receive is proportional to your own. Failed attack. I don't understand quite how this works. Oh, I didn't actually defend myself that time. The spikehawk is running another minor attack. Screw you, bird. You wait for the spikehawk's wide wings to open, then you wait, twist, and charge forward. The spikehawk rumbles as it tries to lift itself away, but it cannot move its wings. It collapses to the grass, and the light in its eyes goes dark. 4 stamina lost? Oh. Wait, can we try that again? Yo, what? We can just do it all over again? Let's go with 6 this time. Ooh. Okay. Now, I need to actually defend myself. That was the issue I was having last time. A light attack will be enough to cause damage? It's defending itself. 2? Oh! The spikehawk's next attack will be strong. Defend yourself. Let's go. Oh my god! That was so strong. I better just try and use all the power that I have. Not enough. I don't understand the mechanics in this game. Full bore. Oh, we won. It's kind of hard because you've got this bar that you have to not use all of every time. We did even worse this time, I think, than the last time. The hawk drops to the ground. The red fire in its eyes turn dark. Search its nest. Returning to the bushes, you quickly find the bird's nest. 2 tiny hawk chicks are burrowing deep into the straw, hiding from the light. 2 more eggs are still unhatched. The eggs will never hatch without their mother, but they will serve you a simple meal. You pick the first up carefully and wrap it in a scrap of cloth before putting it in your pack. One of the chicks tries to peck your hand as you reach for the second egg. I don't want to hurt the baby. Moving quickly, you take the second egg from the nest, then wipe your sword and move along the path. Oh, we got extra rations. Nice. The moon moves slowly across the dark sky. You reach the top of the stairs, rounding the corner. Still looking for shelter, you find 3 cave mouths set into the rock. The path continues past, but who knows what secrets these caves might hold. Perhaps your magic would aid you. Every spell is formed by aligning 3 stars. The How spell finds the safest path. The How spell? Click the letters? Am I supposed to just spell how? How? You cast the spell, and a calm voice begins to speak to you. Every cave has its dangers. This voice informs you. The smallest cave requires courage, the largest brawn. But what the third cave requires, you never find out, as the spell fades once more. Okay, courage and brawn. Should we go into one? Let's go into the brave one. The smallest cave requires courage. Okay. You are unlikely to find a better spot to sleep than the cave. Furthest cave, largest cave, shallow cave. You approach the smallest cave mouth and kneel down to peer inside. You might be able to crawl inside, but it would be a tight squeeze. You call a wordless greeting into the cave mouth, listening for the echo, ready to react should you disturb any creatures. Nothing stirs. As your eyes adjust to the darkness within, you can see that beyond the entrance, the space opens out somewhat. I'm just going for it, guys. Moving quickly, you crawl into the mouth of the cave. Okay, let's go. You are barely through the entrance of the cave when a terrible howling noise booms around the tiny chamber. It said it needed bravery. You wait a moment, and slowly your eyes adjust to the dark, but you can still see nothing in the chamber. Suddenly, a tiny creature brushes your leg. What the hell is this? It's like a hairball with massive feet. What am I supposed to do? The thing is a jib-jib, no more dangerous than an overgrown mouse. Covered in fur and no larger than a bomba fruit, it stands on 2 duck-like feet. Its body must be mostly lungs, as despite its size, when it howls, it makes a noise like a horn. You ignore the creature. It howls a few more times, but is beginning to realize you are not afraid. A moment later, it scurries away into the darkness outside to hide somewhere else. The cave appears otherwise empty. This should prove an excellent place to rest. Oh, perfect. You lie down, pushing the pack under your head. There is just enough space to stretch out, facing the door in case anything should approach. You have not yet eaten today, and you have ample provisions remaining. You will need to eat once a day to avoid hunger. You eat one of the eggs, cracking it raw into your mouth, and feel much better for it. Then you close your eyes and let your tiredness overtake you. You feel quite safe here, and you do not dream. Inside the shallow cave. During the past day, you gained 1 provision, explored the caves of High Zaman, and began your ascent into the mountains. Cool! You awake to find the cave is darker than before, not lighter. You look around, but the darkness does not resolve. Solid rock seems to float mere inches from your face. Where are you? You reach out, taking a step before your fingers reach the rock wall of the pit. Then, step by step, you make your way around, drawing out a full circle. Overnight, the cave has sealed up, and you are now enclosed by solid rock? Uh-oh. You feel above your head, nothing. You feel a rush of hope. Perhaps you are not quite fully buried alive? Uh-huh. You turn your attention to the floor. It feels like loose gravel, fine dust, and small stones. You skim your hand through them and feel a slight shifting under your weight. You dig a little into the ground, and the whole surface moves a little way lower, gravel and sand bouncing as it sinks. Moving to the very middle of the chamber, you gather your energy, and then you and then you jump. The effect is immediate. The stones below you shift, slide, slip to one side, and a moment later, the ground gives way completely, collapsing in a rush. You sucked away downwards. There's no stopping your fall. You plummet, and then suddenly you are in daylight. Oh no. You emerge into the sunlight through a narrow rocky opening, then half stumble, half scramble down to the ground. You are at the bottom of a deep ravine, a distant ledge impossibly high above you. It would seem there is no way back up. Okay, if there's no way up, let's just go. The valley heads in one direction. You begin to make your way along, and gently upwards, a fleeting shadow passes overhead. You look up quickly in fear of the birdmen that patrol these skies. You are just in time to see a wide-winged shape wheeling out of sight. Perhaps it didn't see you. There is an unshakable gloom about this place. A few birds are singing thin and miserable songs. You climb gently up the stony ravine. High overhead, something cuts across the ravine, throwing a pool of shadow onto the ground. Uh-oh. You look up at the shadow overhead, shielding your eyes from the sun. It is a rope bridge, running from one side of the ravine to the other. It might have been a way to cut out a whole loop of the path, but but it is now merely a landmark to orient yourself by, as you cannot hope to reach it. No. What? No way. I could have just crossed here, but instead, I have to walk all the way down there? No way. You continue along the valley. The air stirs a little, still cold, but fresh at least. The grass here grows long and thick. Bits of rubble lie scattered amongst the greenery. There's only one way to go from here, and it's further up the valley in the hope of finding a way to climb the slope. Hey, there's a path right there. You continue in the greenery of the valley, sweating under your pack, head low. But as you wind around a bend, a voice like gravel calls out, "Halt!" Oh no. You stop in your tracks and a rock strikes you in the temple. Looking sharply up, you see two creatures, each half human and half goat, perched against the southern slope, spears held ready. What is your business? One demands. I mean no harm. You call back. One laughs. We will be the judge of that, the other snarls. You have trespassed here, traveler. We are the Hoofborn and will protect our home from outsiders. Where are you traveling? I intended no offense, you cry back. The guard scratches at the ground with her hoof. I doubt that, but I am no expert on the customs of others. The creature nods. But where are you from? You take a moment to prepare a reply. Are these creatures servants of the Archmage, or are they his enemies? Oh no. I come from Analand and I journey to Mampang. From the southern plains with no destination. I'm from Kar, off to sell goods in Mampang. You are going to Mampang, she hisses, to profit off its misery? I am desperate. Even still, you risk everything by going there. The creature's eyes declare a genuine fear. High Zaman and most of the lands to the east are under the grip of the Archmage. He used to be a simple tyrant, but over the years he has ground this part of the world down. I do not know why. He seems to have some aim in mind, one that requires everyone around him to suffer, and I hear it's getting worse. Getting worse? Undoubtedly. The mountains are full of rumors if you learn to hear them. The creature shakes her head sadly and lowers her spear. But now, begone. Your life is your own concern. With that, the hoofborns turn and clatter away into the peak, following paths unfit for human feet. You are left alone once more. Ah, damn it. The valley continues straight ahead, dipping down out of sight to your right, and to your great relief, it is a path leading up the far rock slope. Oh, is a path. I don't need to eat just yet. The valley continues in both directions and a track leads upwards. Yeah, let's go. You climb the path, which soon steepens. You need to keep one hand on the rock wall to keep steady. It climbs, then sharply turns up the mountain. You keep climbing, vaulting boulders and grabbing tree roots. Up ahead, you make out the top of a stone tower. A few clouds move across the heavens. Let's go! The path crests a rise as you climb. A tower sits a short distance off the path. It looks to be in ruins. As you move towards the tower entrance, a shadow falls across the doorway. The shape is stooped and hideous. It would seem this place is home to a troll. We're leaving. You turn around and slip away quietly, leaving the troll to its lair. The path continues in both directions. We're going up. You climb up onto the cliff path. As the morning moves on, the wind begins to rise. The path splits here, snaking around the edge of a mountain, while a branch works its way downwards towards the stone tower. Looking west, you see the end of a narrow wooden bridge. There are 3 ways to go from here. Where am I trying to get to? Gosh. Alright, let's go up here. The trail winds through the mountains. You follow it until a sight ahead makes you stop. Higher up the rocky cliffs perches a strange structure made of twigs, branches, and moss. It looks like a huge bird's nest perched on a wide stone ledge. If you were to climb the rock face up to it, you could easily fit inside. Oh, I want to go. We're going. You climb up, careful to hold on to your belongings as you scale the rock face. Oh my god. You scramble up the rocks and hoist yourself onto the ledge just outside the enormous nest. The nest is an intricate construction of twigs and branches built into a natural cleft in the peak. It is about 20 times larger than the spyhawk's nest you found on the High Zaman steps. On one side is a dark hole in the straw that might be large enough for you to crawl through. You crawl through the hole into the heart of the nest. Oh my god. We're gonna die. The inside of the nest is a curious bell-shaped chamber open to the sky. The walls are of woven straw, matted with feathers and scraps of fur. You look around the chamber with interest. It is an incredible piece of engineering for a bird, even a large one. What could have made this thing? You poke around the nest, eventually coming across a cloth skull cap packed roughly into one of the walls. But as you weigh your find in your hands, you hear a shriek from behind you. You swing around just in time for 2 pairs of talons to scrape down your chest. The nest occupant has returned, but this is no bird. It's a birdman. The birdman's wings are outstretched, clawed hands already up and ready to tear at your body. The vicious talons drip with your blood. You have only moments to react. I don't know any spells, so I probably shouldn't do that. Okay. Let's go with like 2.3. Oh! That guy! He was mad! At least I know I win this one, because he's got no stamina left. What? How did he do that? I don't understand. I literally don't understand how this game works. Okay, we won that one. Defend. I don't get it. How can he cast it at like 4 every single time? Oh, he didn't that time. Oh, we're in trouble, guys. Oh, we got him. Okay, okay. Maybe we just go a little bit lighter this time. Get some stamina. And then use everything we got. Oh, we didn't have to do that much. Okay. This guy is gonna kill us. No! I just need to win. Oh, we did it. 12 stamina lost. While the birdmen may be delicately boned, they are vicious fighters. You stagger back against the straw, gasping for breath. You crawl back out of the nest. I want to go this way. You emerge into the fresh air and biting wind on the edge of the cliff. The sun is blistering hot now. You begin the long, cautious climb back down to the path below. We are definitely gonna die. Okay. What else are we gonna come across? You head down a slight incline. Mampang looms into view once more. It is as though these mountain passes had been carved to ensure no one approaching could forget the citadel's looming presence. At the bottom of the hill, you pause. Before you lies a deep crater, as though an entire mountain peak had been scooped away. You will have to find a way across. The sun has reached its highest point now. The crater reminds you of the last crater you encountered. An extinct volcano mouth, no less, high on the mountains of Badubak Ridge. What in the hell? You were standing outside a hut with a smoking chimney. A voice called you inside and you entered. Inside the hut, your vision was lost in gloomy darkness. Let us suppose, a croaking voice declared, that I am a sorcerer and you are a sorcerer too. Do you know which of us is more powerful? Show yourself, stranger, you replied. Stranger, replied the voice, chuckling. You are in my house. There was a pulsing glow from somewhere across the room, and a moment later, the hut flooded with brilliant, dazzling light. So bright, you were forced to turn aside, eyes watering. I see you are not powerful enough to counter that, the voice remarks. The light finally faded to a more comfortable level. Counter? You heard the speaker rise and approach. A wizened, calloused hand was offered. Welcome. I mean you no harm, as you can tell by my advanced age. You shook the hand, expecting a trick, but none came. In the light from her spell, you could now see the sorceress, A woman so ancient that her feathers were lost within a maze of wrinkles. She smiled as you looked at her. I could be anybody under all these years. Could I not? She remarked. You are a sorceress? I am, she smiled. My name is Bria. I am a sorceress once of High Zaman, though I left that place some time ago. You are welcome. I don't want to talk to this woman. You nodded politely, and Bria chuckled. Tell me more of yourself, you began. She seemed almost to blush, ancient veins lighting up for a moment like a blown coal. There is little more to know. I lived in the fortress for most of my life, but came here in old age. She gestured for you to sit, and took a seat herself. I must go, you declared. I have a long road still to travel. You got to your feet and headed for the door. One more thing, the woman added. You are traveling to High Zaman to face the Archmage. Hadn't you best known a little of the higher function of magic? What are they? Magic is drawn from the pattern of the stars. Starlight can be shaped to alter our world, like hooking the threads of tapestry with your fingernails. But for every bend in one direction, there is opposite bend. For every one magic, there is another that undoes it. Spells can be countered with counterspells. Just so, she replied. Can you teach me? It can take a lifetime to discover the pairings and to master them, but I can show you something simple. She raised a finger adorned with a wide collection of rings. One, made of green metal, began to pulse, but she did not fire right away. She was giving you a moment to react. What do I do? Counter my spell of teleportation, she insisted, her ring burning with green light. You had mere moments. I don't know how to counter a teleportation spell. Off. You open your arm to build a force field spell around yourself, but the force field did not protect you from the woman's magic. Something struck you, and a moment later you found yourself outside the hut once more. What? You found yourself back outside the hut once more, and so your journey continued. Oh, come on! Why you gotta do that? You look around once more. Time to keep moving. We are down to 3 stamina, guys. You climb over the rim of the crater, then you skid and slide several feet down the rough slope, finally landing on what appears to be a path. The wind picks up as the evening draws on. It will be night soon. You are uninjured, but there is no way back up. A path leads down into the crater. Another trail leads to the south around the rim. Let's go. Let's just head down in there. You follow the trail until it becomes lost under thick scrub. Let's go to the scrub. You fight through the scrub that fills the crater basin. The sun is sinking and the sky is turning bruise purple. Soon it will be dark once more. A short distance ahead, you spy a large black bundle hanging from a tree. The bundle is long, at least 6 feet tall and jet black. It sways slightly as it dangles from the branch. As you get closer, you notice a chain running from the bundle to a stake in the ground. You also notice the bundle is somewhat hairy. You walk closer, careful not to make any noise. You are still a few feet away when the creature begins to lazily stretch open its wings. Its eyes have not yet opened. Why is everything in this game a flying thing? You stop, frozen on the spot. Hand at the hilt of your aniline sword. The bat's head swivels this way and that, and then its beady eyes come to rest on yours. I don't want to fight this guy. Uh-oh. You set off for a run, but you are not fast enough. The beat of the leathery wings comes from behind, and then 2 claws slice into your back. You tumble to the ground, coughing with pain. The bat lifts out of reach as though about to fly above the tree. You let the bat go. It rises high into the air. At the apex of its flight, it opens its mouth wide. I don't know what to do. No sound emerges, or at least none that you can hear. All the same, when your eyes turn northward, you see two dark shapes peel off from the air above Mampang. You do not waste a second more, but start running through the undergrowth. The trail runs in both directions through the crater. Ah! Let's go this way! A thin plume of smoke rises to the east. You are still running, looking back. The bat has landed, but the shadows in the air have disappeared somewhere. They might reappear at any moment. You must stay low. From what you can make out, the smoke seems to be rising steadily but thinly. It is more like mist than smoke from a bonfire. You slip onward through the crater. I want to go to the building, guys. This is our only hope. We need to rest. You pass by a low stone building in the waste. The sun is now sinking down. I'm just going. This is all we have. You put a hand on the frame as you step through the listing doorway. We're going in. The lower floor of the building is a single large room. The entire roof is missing, but it looks as though it was... Oh no, the roof is missing? It looks as though it was once some kind of feasting hall, but now the stone walls are crumbling and the few remaining pillars have toppled. The room echoes with gentle hissing. Damn it. You stride a little farther in and the hissing grows in volume. It's coming from the corner of the old hall. It's gonna be a freaking snake. It's gonna bite me. You peer, blah, blah, blah. Curled shape. I don't want to fight that. You take a cautious step backward and your boot skitters a stone across the floor. The sound echoes for a while, then the shape shudders and begins to rise, revealing its sinuous form. Oh my god. We meet at last, Annalander? I'm dead. I'm dead. How about Zob? You tried to bind the enchantment, but you are missing an item that it needs, and so the spell dissipates around you. There's no more time for spells. Well, guys, this is it. This is how we die. Rip. Oh my god! Oh, rip. What's my fate? You have been killed in combat. Your adventure is at an end. No decision is permanent. Click the rewind button at any time if you want to scroll back and try a different path. That is so cool that it, like, remembers the path you took. That is so cool. So basically you could just keep playing this until you win. Man, we really didn't make it that far. There is so much more in this game that we didn't even try. Gosh, that's so cool. But guys, we're going to wrap up this episode here. I'm super interested to know if any of you guys made it to this point. I know it's a little bit slower than usual because it's just mostly reading. But the game is actually kind of cool. It's probably not really a good YouTube video, but I mean, we're here now and we've done it. I would honestly give this game probably a 6 or a 6.5 out of 10. It's kind of fun. It's not like amazing or super fun or, you know, I'm not going to go out and start recommending all my friends buy this game, but it's not bad. I had some fun playing it and I would be interested to play some more, but it's definitely... I don't think it's a YouTube thing, so I'll probably, if I do play it, it's going to be by myself. But I'm interested to know if any of you guys have played this game, or if any of you guys, like, enjoyed watching this one. If you did, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up on this video. Subscribe to my channel if you're new here, guys. We're posting weekly random games from my massive Steam library of 1,300 games. We're trying to play every single game ever, and it's gonna take a while, but we're doing it one game at a time. So you're going to want to join in on that fun for sure. Other than that, guys, I'll see you next time.